What's up guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. Now, today we are talking about something that I thought was a joke, but apparently it's not. And I just want to say that's not a good thing. There's been these weird rumors that Roblox plans to convert quite a few classic hats into dynamic heads, but I think there's quite a bit of misinformation about it, which I kind of wanted to debunk in today's video. But it is somewhat true, I guess, but I think Roblox are too lazy to do it, and I'll explain why that is in a minute. Shout out to 4Lolsy though. He posted this as a joke the other day. He said, so they're making the bigger head dynamic and calling it wider head. Now apparently this was like a model uploaded in some official Roblox group. He did link it. He said this account specifically is in both Roblox admin testing groups, and I think that's their username. So yeah, quite a lot of people in the replies like genuinely believed this was a real thing. I just want to say guys, the bigger head hat is not getting converted into a dynamic head. I'm like 99.999% sure. Yeah, you can see here most people in the comment section kind of believed it, I guess, and they really don't want this to happen. This is incredibly cursed, but OTTD designed it, so that's what the bigger head would look like if it was a dynamic head. And unfortunately, it's, well, yeah, that guy's avatar, and we're not even going to mention his name because he is a flipping nonce. Yeah, unfortunately, the Roblox bigger heads have got not exactly the best reputation out there, mainly because of the Roblox users that like to use them. Yeah, I don't know what that correlation is. Very weird. Anyway, check this out. OTTD also posted this. So apparently back in 2024 on the developer forum, one of the Roblox admins behind the dynamic head changes was talking about like hats from old bundles getting converted into heads, and yeah, this isn't too great. He did say, I mean, it was kind of obvious that Roblox would also make the bigger head items dynamic heads since they already confirmed they would be doing it with hats. I'm gonna be honest guys, I just can't see them doing this. It's taking them long enough to do the classic 2D faces. There is no way they would start converting hats that looked like heads into dynamic heads. It would just be too much work. And let's be honest, right? We were angry enough over classic faces, like all of us would quit. That being said though, the forum post is a real thing. So it started off in July of 2021. And no hate to this guy or anything, Noble Draconian. I think I've heard of him before, but I don't really know why he was trying to do this. This just seems like a stupid idea. He was trying to get the hats that were heads from these original bundles converted into like proper dynamic Afro head type things. Yeah, let me show you what I mean. So the Crimson Claw, pretty old Roblox bundle. I think it was made in 2016. Why does it say 2018? I swear it was older than that. I don't know. I could be wrong. Anyway, yeah, Crimson Claw Vengeful for 990 Robux. And what's cool about this is this was a pre-Afro thing. So the head for the character was not actually a head, it was a hat. And you can see here in the included items, yeah, it's labeled as a hat. And that's when packages were good, before Roblox started ruining them. Oh, it does say created in 2016 on the hat. So yeah, that's kind of weird. Anyway, if I try this on my avatar just for a demonstration, you can see it's not a head. So it doesn't look ugly, it doesn't mess up, it doesn't ruin my other accessories, it just fits my avatar perfect because it's a hat, and hats have been like the first ever type of Roblox accessory, you know, they've always worked. They've always worked well with avatars. He listed these bundles as well, so the creature from Blox Lagoon, pretty cool item, you can see that's a hat as well. And also this one, the white collared dog. Yep, the dog's head on this is also a hat, and I think that's a cool thing. But as I was saying, this guy was asking Roblox to convert them into heads because he really wanted it to be a head on his avatar. He didn't want to use it as a hat. Now you've got to keep in mind this was back in 2021, and we have had the accessory adjustment tool since then, so I guess this guy's problems have kind of been solved with that update alone. He did also talk about them like not working with layered clothing because it wasn't a head, it was a hat. But then again, does anyone use layered clothing? Not really. I don't even think that guy uses it. He also said games that remove accessories ruin these packages since their heads are also removed. I can't think of any games that come to mind that remove accessories unless there was a popular game in 2021 that did. Normally games will let you use your avatar or just use like something completely random like an in-game avatar, right? So yeah, that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Anyway, other people were talking about this, and believe it or not guys, Roblox replied. They replied 3 years later in April of 2024, and this is the dynamic head guy. He said, hi folks, we're looking into this issue at the moment and we really appreciate everyone's patience while we try to upgrade these hat heads. The decision to make these heads as hats was made a long time ago. If you look at a lot of these heads, you will see that they're much bigger than most of the real heads we have. The original intention was to have a variety of fun swappable heads that did not cause any collision issues when equipped. We understand that we'd all like to have these hat heads as real heads. No we don't. We definitely don't. That would ruin them. I think it's just nice to keep things as they are. I really don't get this obsession of like trying to modernize everything and just make it look crap. Just leave stuff alone, for God's sake. Anyway, yeah, this guy was replying throughout the years. I think he gave up in 2025. Oh no, wait, Roblox replied in 2025. So this was exactly 1 year ago. Yeah, literally exactly a year ago. We've been getting a ton of tickets recently, so thank you so much for your patience. I don't have any updates beyond what we've mentioned back in April 2024. We understand, blah, blah, blah. So basically they gave up, and I don't really blame them, because trying to convert a hat like this into a dynamic head, that's gonna be a nightmare. They're struggling enough with 2D faces. Can you imagine trying to turn hats into dynamic heads? So honestly guys, I think this is probably a rare instance of Roblox's laziness paying off. I think that the fact they can't be bothered to like actually do this is a good thing, right? Because if they start doing it to these old bundles, well, they may not stop there. They may actually move on to stuff like the big heads, and that would be a disaster. There is a lot of like hats which are classed as heads. You know, pumpkins, snowmen, masks, and horror movie looking things. You know, it would be a disaster if they ruined all of them. Just look at this guy's dynamic head, classic face replacement. It looks crap. Compare that to the original. It just looks absolute garbage. So yeah, a lot of Roblox players have been worrying about this over the past couple of days, but honestly guys, I think we're fine. I can't imagine them ruining hats at least anytime soon. If it really took them 4 years back in 2021 just to reply, I think we're probably safe, at least for now.